Go, boys, you got it!
Yes, boy! I need you to dig fucking deep and bring me everything you've got, because every single point will matter in this game. Let's get this fucking one in the first half, let's put some points on in the second half. Big effort, please, gentlemen. Big effort. Steelers on 3. 3, 2, 1, Steelers! Go, boys!
Who want it? I paid dues on it. Ain't afraid to bet, I won't lose on it. Champion status, the baddest. Anything they throw at me, I'm a rabbit.
Rugby's a really welcoming sport. It's just that those of us who are gay, we're still like, we're just peering out the door. We're like, are you sure it's safe to come out? You know, are you sure?
We pigeonhole people and we keep on, perpetuating those cycles of male hegemony that says that we have to be heterosexual, we have to act in this way. This is what a sportsman looks like. And actually, no, this is not what a sportsman looks like.
Putting work into a lays off. Yeah, I'ma go hard while they stay soft. Sweat dripping down like a...
There's this element of being a rugby player, even as a gay rugby player, that there's a certain masculinity that you need to maintain. To me, that's bollocks. I will be tough and brutal and kick your ass on the pitch. When I'm off the pitch, I will be as flagrant and as flamboyant as I want.
This is me, 12 years old, joining my first rugby club in Australia. And this is me now. I'm a reporter and a cameraman, so I'm used to telling stories, but I've never told one this personal. For me, this isn't just a story about being gay. It's not even a story about playing rugby. It's a story about struggle, acceptance, searching for happiness, and finding a place to belong. Around the time this photo was taken, I guess I started to realise that I was gay, and for me, it was a struggle. It was also the same time that the kids at school figured it out. Poofter, faggot, fudge packer. These were the names I was pretty much called on a daily basis. The bullying was unrelenting. That was 20 years ago now, but I can still remember the shame that I carried on my shoulders, the fear and the anxiety that my family would find out. In fact, this rugby club was the only place where I wasn't getting bullied. Here I wasn't the gay kid, here I was the tall second rower who was good at scoring tries. It was the mid-90s. Around that very same time, something was happening on the other side of the world in London that would drastically change my life and the lives of thousands of others. A group of friends were having a drink in a pub in London's King's Cross, and they came up with what was at the time a radical idea to start the world's first gay rugby club. And that's how the King's Cross Steelers was born.
The Steelers were the first gay rugby team in the world. We've been in this tournament many times. We've got as far as we have now, but we've never won it. So to be part of the team that is the first team from the Steelers to win the Bingham Cup would be incredible.
In their first season, the boys were trying to line up fixtures against straight teams across England. They sent out 130 invitations, but would you believe only 20 came back? It was a different world back then. As for straight rugby players, well, they were worried about catching HIV on the pitch, but the boys didn't give up, and without knowing it, they had started something big.
Gotta turn big dreams into action. We gotta mix action with the passion. Time short, no time.
Flash forward 2 decades, from that single team, there are now 60 gay clubs around the world, and every 2 years they meet for the Bingham Cup, and this year it's in Amsterdam.
We can do this. If we do this, it will be against all the odds.
It's the World Cup of Gay Rugby, and over the next 3 days, that's where this story takes place.
No. Okay, so can we listen up? Couple of things that I want us to think about now, from now on, is that we're really switched on and we're a squad. So
And even though the Steelers were the first gay rugby club, they've never won this tournament. And these boys are their biggest competition this week, the Sydney Convicts.
I could feel their trepidation. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I could feel their eyes like darting player to player, thinking, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I can feel it, you know. I think it's probably more likely to rise you up here.
So it's just putting some pressure on them and hopefully breaking them down. But everything's on them. There's no pressure on us whatsoever.
Let's go, here, man. Deep. See you later. Steelers, drive, squeeze, come on.
Well, tomorrow we've got the Convicts, and they're pretty much what this team feel are one of the main competitors, and that's our first game up, so we have to have our heads on first thing.
So just a couple of things about how the tournament will work.
So in this story, there are 3 people I want you to meet: Simon, Drew, and Nick, the head coach.
When something goes wrong, you're just going to pog it, so you're going to play our game. Do you like that? Okay, so I've thought about that for a while.
Nick's been the director of rugby for 3 years at the Steelers.
So go and tell that person about something they did really good. None of this banter about putting each other down right now, okay?
I have a lot of secret nerves that I try to keep as far away from the boys. I feel like I'm there with them, so I pick up all of those player nerves. So I get that sicky tummy. I get all those kind of feelings as if I'm about to walk on the pitch.
And after this tournament, Nick is stepping down as the head coach.
That's kind of the end of my journey, really, is to watch them play their best.
Bit emotional.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I've been with them for 3 years, and some of the boys have been on that journey for 3 years. And we were rubbish. I mean, we got tonked, you know. We had 70, 80 points per us when I first came to the club. And I've watched players grow. So, and what I found was, in my first year, not so much now, but in my first year, I found that I had these really great players who had a real lack of self-belief. It's like, I can be a really confident gay person, and I can be really confident in the club, and I can be really confident with my friends, and I'm a brilliant person in the workplace, and I'm a super successful businessman. But on the sports pitch, that doesn't belong to me. You know, this is not my home.
Can I stop you here? Every single one of you have put a but into your conversation, okay? Cut that out now, because we're here to look at our positives, because actually, we want to work on our really good stuff.
I want you guys to know that if one of the opposite team start to touch you, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. If one of the opposite team dare to touch one of you, we have to have this kind of feelings that I'm gonna fucking kill him. And I want us to have the same feeling for each other.
Which, like, if we get that right here, that will take us a long way. And we're starting to get it going.
Simon?
I'm going to try and let the referees do their thing. No, obviously, unless they're going way off. No, like, if they're within the range of normal decision making, I'll stay quiet. And then also, extension of that, I don't want to get into my own head too much, you know.
So I think I spent my first year really just confirming to them that they do belong, that they're sportsmen, that they are entitled to their place on the pitch. So I feel emotional because I've seen that growth in these human beings, and I love my sport, and I think it's done so many brilliant things for me. So to see it do brilliant things for them just makes me really happy. Happy. told you I'd cry, eh? Getting out in front of you, not in front of the players. Kept my cool earlier in the team talk.
And one last thing, Bingham tradition for the Steelers. Get your toes out, boys. Toes now painted.
So, before the tournament kicks off, first things first.
No excuses. Blue and green, no excuses. Drew.
I would even allow you to do mine.
Awesome.
So I never wore nail polish as a kid, but I love dressing up in my mum's clothes, and I always wore pink. So the signs were definitely there, but the happy kid that I see in these photos didn't stay happy for long. So here I am editing this documentary, and I don't have any pictures to go over the next bit. One of my first gay experiences happened when I was 16. It was with a boy from one of my sports classes. He invited me for a sleepover, we drank, we ended up messing around, and without me knowing it, he set up a camera in the corner of the room and was filming it. I remember what happened pretty vividly. It was a Friday afternoon at school. I just finished class and I was walking back to the dorm in my boarding school. And it was like a scene from a movie. People were looking at me, whispering, sniggering. Someone yelled out this boy's surname at me and was laughing. The blood started rushing to my face. My world was spinning. It was almost like I was floating outside my body, having this kind of out-of-body experience. This was the moment I was going to be outed. I went into the room in my boarding house and I tried to stay calm, and finally someone told me what had happened. This boy had come to school with a videotape and shown it. And this was probably one of the worst moments in my life, being outed at an all-boys school. I was so desperate for help that I called my dad and said that we were drunk and messing around. He went down to the boy's parents' house and destroyed the tape. And I'll be forever grateful for him for doing that. And we didn't really talk about whether I was gay or not. I certainly didn't bring it up. But the bullying went from bad to worse. Before I was just surviving, and now I felt like I was drowning.
Is the sound working?
Yeah.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Are we going to start? Are you rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, we're rolling?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it.
So Simon is the second person I want you to meet. Until recently, he played rugby at a fairly high level in Birmingham and North London, but he wasn't out.
I was a guy who knew from the age of about 10 years old that he was attracted to the same sex, that decided very early that that was just not a thing. I just didn't see how I could come out and still do what I wanted to do. I didn't really know I was in a struggle until, I decided that, obviously, people settle down and start getting married, and I changed my mind, and it was kind of weird, to have this whole life philosophy that had worked. I was happy, and I was like, I know. Privately, I knew I was gay, but I was like, but if I'm gonna be the uncle and the best friend and the son, no, and I don't need a relationship. And it's weird. I used to look at. It sounds so childlike, but it's because this view was formed when I was a kid. We got a black Labrador when I was 12, and I used to always say, Rolo doesn't need a partner. He's happy just bouncing around. He goes for a walk in a park. So I always say I based my kind of life decisions around the black Labrador family pet, right? Which is strange.
How are you, mate? Are you on the train?
Yeah, let's go here.
2 years ago, Simon realised it was time to be his true self.
When I went through the process of trying to, deciding that I wanted to come out as gay, I was shocked by how much there was, built in, and it was obviously a lot of it was in me that I didn't know, Trying to think, telling my little brother, we went for a walk up and down the river. My little brother's the most welcoming guy. There's no way he's gonna have a problem with it. I really struggled, and we walked up and down, up and down. I was like, yeah, one more walk. And I was like, oh. I just couldn't say the words, and I was like, even though at this point I'm thinking he must know what I'm about to say, right? But he wouldn't, he didn't do it for me. And I said, in the end, after literally about an hour and a half, I said, Tom, you've got a gay brother, and it's not Dave. That's all I could say, our other brother. And he said, I'm really happy, because he recognised that wasn't like the start. That was, I guess, the culmination of a lot of thinking over the previous 12 or 18 months.
But as Simon took his first steps out of the closet, he tripped. He'd fallen in love with a childhood friend, a straight guy who we'll call Jack. Jack said some things that he probably didn't think about how it would impact Simon, and they cut very deep.
Did that lead to the other sort of stuff, like the depression, or feed into it at least?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Simon's been very worried about this part of the documentary because he doesn't want to blame Jack. He understands it was a difficult situation for both of them. Jack was brought up to believe that being gay was unnatural and wrong, but nonetheless, his words had a very big impact.
Then I found the road from there a lot harder than I expected.
This week is a special time for our club. We've got 6 teams. Yeah. We are the biggest component of this tournament. We're going to go out and give our absolute best.
And I just want to say, just love every moment that you're on the pitch, and then Sunday night, just go wild.
So we got a 6th place last time, and I believe with the set of players that we have and the team that we have, that we're in with a chance to actually come away with a win. So.
Got no pictures. Sonny.
Come on, boys. This is where it starts. First game.
There's a few players that the nerves are overtaking them a little bit, but I'm trying to keep them nice and low, keep them calm.
Nerves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, boys. Come on.
Okay, good nerves. They're good nerves.
So starting line-up, Drew McDowell, loose head prop.
I think they're all worrying because this is their main competition. So if they keep everything really positive, they'll focus on their strengths and not let the kind of that kind of voice talk them down.
So, game 1, the Sydney Convicts. The Steelers need to win 3 of their first 4-round games to make it to the semi-finals, and this is set to be the toughest.
We are used to pressure games. We are used to it. And we are used to
I don't need recognition. I'm on a mission. I'm paying dues. I'm in position. I'm staying up. It's getting late. You're doing good. I'm doing great. Recognition. I'm on a mission. I'm paying dues. I'm in position. I'm staying
Steelers score first with a penalty goal. But then the Convicts take the lead with one try and then another. Half-time, we're down in points and down a man with concussion.
20 minutes we've got here.
We've done this before, haven't we? We've been here before this season.
Yeah.
Come on.
You've done this before and we're going to do it again. Yeah. You absolutely have it in you. You've got more in that tank. More to it.
I know this life is right for me. I know the future's bright for me. I know my teachers lied to me. I do it for the ones that came before and nearly died for me. Recognition, I'm on a mission. I'm paying dues, I'm in position. I'm staying up, it's getting late. You're doing good, I'm doing great.
Final score, Sydney Convicts 12, King's Cross Steelers 3.
Come on! Get him away.
On Nick.
Okay. I'm gonna say one thing. That shit show at the end is not the Steelers' way. And if I see that one more time, you're off the game, you're off the tournament, because you're not playing in my fucking team. Okay? I'm not having that bullshit. We're at a tournament with a brotherhood here. Not having it. Full stop. Absolutely. Okay? Last word on that, number one. Number two. We didn't trust our structure for about 18 minutes, okay? We need to do what we're really good at, okay? What we are really good at. So we're gonna learn from that. We're gonna step up from that because I'm disappointed, you're disappointed, and there's plenty more in the tank, okay?
I think that I probably give out this really fearsome... I would say I'm probably a fierce female. And so I might just slightly terrify a couple of people. And that's okay, because I kind of quite like that fierce female part. But those people that spend time trying to get to know me realise, actually, I'm a bit of a pussycat.
You are a fantastic team. Believe in your structure. Believe in the way that we play rugby, the Steelers way.
We decided just before kick-off we're going to throw the first game so we can stay undercover. These boys think that they got us. They haven't. Yeah, no, they came at us with a lot of physicality.
But I think if we keep building on throughout the tournament, each game, keep working through our structures, we'll see Convicts in the final and then get a second chance, second crack at it. So.
Can I get in? Show my leg at the time, guys. We're beaten by my old team, so that's never a good thing. Put some good play together in the second half, and hopefully we can come up against them in the final.
Baby, how you feeling?
Fuck.
So while the players recover, Nick snuck away to play a quick game herself. The last time she wore rugby boots, she was playing for Wales.
I think I'm gone a bit crazy and decided to come out of retirement.
How many years?
6 years.
So who are you playing for and what position?
I'm not sure, but it's just playing tens, so and I'm playing wherever I'm put.
Oh God, is it a big deal for you?
Well, yeah, maybe.
Good luck.
We'll see.
So how does a gay woman come to coach a gay men's rugby club?
Okay, so Gilbert Evans, born, bred Caerphilly, played rugby, football and cricket, refereed in later life, treasurer of Caerphilly Rugby Club, hugely disappointed that I was a girl, and told me so in no uncertain terms when I was about 12. And I was the only grandchild, so he was stuck with me at that point. My brother and sister came along a bit later on. and informed me that in his disappointment that he'd have to put up with it, and that he's decided to pretend that I am a boy on a Saturday afternoon. So I got my first season ticket to Cardiff Rugby Club aged 12 when I went to senior school. From about the age of 12, my grandfather took me. I was allowed to swear once we got through the stalls, but as soon as we got through the turnstiles on the way out, no more swearing. And he stood by my side for 7 years and taught me the referee's perspective, taught me the fullback's perspective, the 10's perspective, and just talked me through the rugby match. He taught me why that penalty happened, what was happening in that ruck, why was that scrum pulled down, and he loved sharing that knowledge with me, and we had just this connection. So, age 17, I got my first car, and literally the first thing I did was drive on a Tuesday night down to Rugby. So this game that I knew inside out, I'd never played. So it's possibly one of the most exciting nights of my life. And at the time, I was about 8 stone, so a little bit smaller. And I played on the wing. And I thought this was the best thing in the world. So I played at university then. I went off to university, and I got into the university team. And I came home at Christmas, and my grandfather said to me, "Oh, I'm just so ashamed of myself." I said, "Why, Grandad?" And he was like, "Oh, your grandmother's got it in for me. It's all my fault." I said, "What's happened?" "You're going to get breast cancer." I'm like, "What? What do you mean I'm going to get breast cancer?" He's like, "Well, all those tackling, is there anything you can have, like chest pads?" I'm like, "I'm not going to get breast cancer from rugby." He's like, "Yeah, but you're going to take all those hits to your breasts." I'm like, "You really do not need to be worrying about my breasts. My breasts are all good." And he's like, "In your teeth, you've got such nice teeth." So he was super disappointed that, and he blamed himself for my love of rugby. So, and he had a major stroke as I went to university. And he spent the rest of his life, 12 years, in a nursing home. So, my first Six Nations playing for Wales. And I cried then too, by the way. I'm a crier. And I lined up against Ireland in the team, and I look up and my nan is there, and she's only 4'10". So there's this tiny little woman with this massive scarf and a big woolly hat watching me, waving at me. And she came up to me at the end of the game, and she was like, "Your grandfather would have been just so proud of you right now." He never said it because he was always a bit frightened you were going to get hurt, but he'd be really proud of you. So he never got to see me play, but he's always with me on the pitch, near the pitch. So hence the reason why I'm a rugby obsessed.
Do you think you'll feel him here with you this week?
Yes, and I think he was immensely proud of all of my achievements, anything that I did. He would drive me anywhere. He would, he would feel that passion. So I think for him to know that so many years on, that he still fuels my passion, I think that's pretty special, isn't it?
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks.
I told you not to kill anyone.
I didn't, right? I was nice. I played nice sevens.
I don't know. A bit of constant infringing, don't you? Been at the side, clobbering that bird. It's good. Still got it. Could have been a contender.
You got so close at the end there. My God, that was so good. Nick, how was that?
Horrendous. I can remember why I retired now, so, oh well.
But worth doing?
Yeah, it was really nice to play in Bingham Cup, so know what the boys feel like, so.
What did it feel like?
Really nervous. First game in a long time, I felt really nervous. I just thought I'd mess it up for everybody. So.
But you played awesome.
I didn't do very much, but it's good. It's good to get a few hits in. It's good.
Thanks, Nick.
Right. Got some clothes on. Put my clothes on, I've been raining so hard.
Is your gran still alive?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll call her after and let her know how you go this week?
She's in hospital, so, but she asks me about my boys. So I tell her that I coached a gay men's rugby team. And she loves that, you know. She's like, oh, that's funny. And I think she really loves that because she always talks about the fact that life was so different in her era. And so I think she loves the fact that our society now embrace gay people, and we're able to have these amazing things like the Bingham Cup. You know, we're able to safely walk the streets of Amsterdam, and we're able to celebrate our own sporting lives. And I feel that's what Bingham is. It's a celebration of gay sporting lives.
Explain your outfit.
So, I noticed that we didn't actually have an American flag at our tent. So I got this, and then this is the Man of the Day award. It's normally a skirt, but it would have been sacrilegious to cover the flag.
Brilliant. Thanks, mate. What did you think of the guy with the Star Spangled Banner Speedos?
Oh, right. Yeah, it was quite an interesting outfit. I wonder what he'll wear to the closing party.
Yeah, you wondering? Okay. I don't want this. Get this camera, man. My focus, first and foremost, is
on the
rugby.
Yeah,
on the rugby.
Exactly.
But second and foremost is...
Speaking of which, time for the next game, the Emerald Warriors from Dublin.
We want to go out there and play lots of attacking rugby right from the off. There's no taking anything for granted. It's as many points.
That's it, Steelers!
It's been my top pain in the arse today.
$73-0 to the Steelers. They're back in the competition and need just 2 more wins if they have a chance of going all the way.
So you're fabulous, okay? Fabulous.
Okay, let's go down then, boys. 12 tries and 76 points. So you basically scored a try, that's what it's like. So pretty good going.
And get some food on board as soon as possible, please.
Don't worry about that, mate. I've got some down here.
Louis, as your PE teacher, you can fucking launder the shirts. You know how to do that. There's laundry over there. So shirts off. And also last thing from me, where is he? Congratulations. You scored more tries in this tournament than your boyfriend. Okay, let's go.
Well, remember I said there are 3 people I want you to meet? Well, it's kind of 4. Drew and Drewicious.
I think drag just came along as a bit of a fluke.
So yes, apparently joining a gay rugby club can turn you into a drag queen. So Drew used to be in charge of social events at the club, and one night before a big game when they couldn't drink alcohol, he decided to swap the spirits for stilettos.
I was smaller than I am now, but I was still quite stocky. So to see 3 quite stocky rugby players in heels and makeup doing a dance, no one was expecting it, so they were just absolutely floored. And then I realized in that moment I got to do multiple things that I loved doing. I got to dance, I got to perform, and I got to play a character. I've created a persona as a drag queen that is probably an extension of myself, but just a very wild and very kind of exaggerated sense. And I was like, how can I make this actually last as long as possible? Because I kind of love it. I love being center of attention. Everyone knows I love being center of attention. And I think it's partly because I like making people laugh. I like seeing people smile.
The Drewicious drag show was so successful that the club decided to put on a public event and make it a fundraiser.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna possibly get nervous again. And then first song came on, which was the first routine that we did in Manchester. As soon as we got on stage, I was like, nope, no, I love this. Seeing 600 people just looking at me, owning the stage, I was like, this is something I love. I kind of soaked it up, and then you got off stage, I was like, I don't want to leave. And then I realized I don't have to because I have 4 other acts, so it's perfect.
And now it's turned into an annual event at the famous Heaven nightclub in London. And there's even a spin-off, Steelers Drag Race. Yep, these are all rugby players. And they take it very seriously.
Show us what you got. Show us what you got, girl.
There's a reading challenge, which is kind of like a roast.
Do you abortion? I thought the termination date was 21 weeks, not 21 stone.
A lip sync for your life. And of course, a lip sync for your legacy to crown the winner.
I know who I want. The winner is on your knees.
Show us what you got, girl. Show us what you got. Show us what you got, girl. Show us what you got. Show us what you got, girl.
You know, we had some pushback, especially when we did Heaven, and we did a lot of photo shoots and promotion, being drag queens in the locker room with other rugby players and creating that image of Butch Queens in drag and Butch Queens out of drag. And some of our, previous members didn't really appreciate that because they thought we were feeding into that gay stereotype that, gay men are only sissies or only want to play dress up in girls' clothes, when actually they looked at it the wrong way. We were actually welcoming and promoting and kind of congratulating people who are their own people, that they can be rugby players, that they can be drag queens, they can be whatever they want. And that's not something to really look down upon. That's actually something to embrace and say, that's fine.
Day 2, and the Steelers are still in with a chance if they win their next 2 games. And just thinking about what Drew was saying about embracing who you are, and sometimes the hardest person to convince is yourself.
I'm thinking like I'm about to talk about, I guess, because it's relevant, depression, you know?
Yeah.
Which I'm not like, you want to be kind of proud, don't you, right? Like, and if you told me you're filming and stuff, and do I want like a documentary about like where I'm talking about my depression? Not really.
Yeah.
But it is part of the story.
How's fam?
Simon grew up in Birmingham, an industrial city and not the easiest of places to come out. After moving to London, he eventually started telling his friends, and their support was mostly overwhelming, but the situation with his childhood friend Jack hadn't improved.
You registered hotel.
Simon got himself into a muddle and pulled away from everything he loved, including rugby, and he almost quit the sport he loved altogether. But then searching the internet one day, he stumbled across the Steelers and he decided to give it a go.
There was a couple of weeks where I was training. I wasn't even at work. Like, I was off work, sick, lying on the floor most of the day, could hardly get out of the flat, and then just be waiting for like 6 o'clock to come and I could get my boots on and get out to play rugby. And that's how it was for the first couple of months. But it made me smile, you know, and I was so quiet when I started, right? I was like, people were like, oh, people now, because they've like they look back, they're like, you were quiet when you started, and I was really quiet. I was just there to play rugby and just experience it, but I was excited because I knew that it was a turning moment. Rugby, it sounds like it's a bloody religion when I say it this way, but I'd started to question rugby, you know, which is nuts because I played rugby since I was 7 years old, you know. When I got to the rugby club and it was bringing out all the best of me, but I was still depressed, like I was lying on the floor, you know. As I say, I then used up my entire deck of cards, right? And this is where I think I finally realised that I was, you know, would be diagnosed with depression. I had my rugby back, you know, I had everything on paper was then fine again, but I was still feeling really low. So, I remember it was weird. I was a bit of a theme. I was lying on the floor in the flat and my friend kept ringing me and saying, have you called the doctor? Have you called the doctor? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it in 10 minutes. I'll do it in 10 minutes. And it was the middle of the day, I wasn't at work, and he's like phoning me up. And he goes, I found the number that you need to dial. You need to dial this number, just dial it. And he sent it to me and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dial it. 10 minutes later, he's like, have you dialed it? No. And I will be forever grateful for that guy, because he phoned the number in the end. He got me the appointment for the next day and he said, get yourself to the doctors. And I felt this like weight lifted. I told him how I'd been feeling for the last 18 months prior, and he said, it's a shame that you've come to me now, like you've definitely been depressed. And by that point I was just ready, like, what do you do? Like, tell me what to do. And I'd spent 18 months saying no antidepressants, none of that stuff. But yeah, I started on a course of antidepressants then. The psychiatrist said to me, he said, oh yeah, once you've got through that first month, you're going to be like chatting to people in the lift and on the bus. And I was like, no, mate, like, you have no idea. I'm not going to be talking to people in the lift. And I never forget, it was like 3 months later, going into work, like, hey, how's it going? And then I caught myself, I'm like, oh, it's that thing.
How are you feeling, Jono?
Oh man, I won't this one. I feel great. I don't know that sort of thing.
How are you feeling about the game, mate?
Yeah, you know.
You've done this before. How many Binghams you played?
4th Bingham, mate.
How old are you, mate?
So I now advocate, antidepressants. I mean, it's weird, as I say. Now I'm talking about it. It feels fine. but I don't. I've tried to do my best to tell people I don't see anything wrong with it, and eventually I hope to get off them. I mean, obviously I had a happy life up until a couple of years ago, so should be okay.
I didn't realise how many scars I had until after I left school, got away from the bullying, came out, and everyone was accepting, but I still didn't feel happy. Like Simon, like so many gay people, despite putting on a smile, I was depressed. There were many days where I couldn't get out of bed. I graduated law school and got a great job, but during work sometimes I would just burst into tears for no reason. I couldn't handle it, so I quit and I started working at a TV station where a friend worked, and eventually got a job as a reporter, and I thought, great, my dream job, finally, I'll be happy. But still, suicidal thoughts kept knocking on the door, and more than once I even wrote a goodbye note. And the only thing stopping me was the devastation that it would cause my family. Again, like Simon, I started taking antidepressants, and when it leveled me out, I finally realised that I needed to stop trying to do things that I thought would make other people like me. So, I quit my job again, I packed up my life, and I moved to London. And that's where I found the Steelers.
We need more from you, okay? Hold yourself to really high standards.
So just 2 games left until the semi-finals. Next up, the Manchester Village Spartans. So these two teams share a rich history. In fact, in '98, 3 years after the Steelers formed, the Spartans became the world's second gay rugby team. And a year on, they held a history-making rugby match between 2 gay teams. The world was slowly becoming more accepting of gay people, and these 2 clubs were doing their bit, 1 game of rugby at a time. And there were a few surprises. First, it was a surprise to many of the straight teams that a gay team could actually be quite good. And second, it was a surprise, well, at least to the Steelers, that they didn't experience much, if any, homophobia on the pitch. So starting with London's King's Cross Steelers, with the Manchester Village Spartans coming next, a movement was beginning. Teams from around the world were forming, from Washington to Wellington, San Francisco. And from those humble beginnings, there are now 60 gay clubs around the world with more than 2,000 queer rugby players. And for me, this is what makes it so special. Everyone here, every player, has gone through that same struggle, realising they're different and coming to terms with it.
Amazing grace.
Take Matt, for example. He's from a devout religious family in Ireland, and he was working on a missionary ship in Asia and texting a guy who was helping him come to terms with his sexuality, when he accidentally messaged the entire conversation to his congregation. They wanted him to go to counselling and stand up in front of the entire ship and confess, but Matt refused.
But now.
And if being outed in this way wasn't bad enough, they then kicked him off the boat at the next port without a cent to his name, alone to find his own way home.
I see.
In this moment, on this pitch, to this team, he is nothing but a champion. And that's something that everyone deserves to feel.
And snares I have already come.
final score, Steelers 52, the Spartans 0, so 2 wins, 1 loss, and only 1 game to go until the knockouts.
I was trying to step, but my hamstring kept kind of tugging, so I just started pushing people. And then it was like the slowest try ever, but we got there.
Push it out, 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Release it off.
Feeling really good. It's spirits definitely picked up. It's nice to be back in the winning streak after the first game. It's all good.
My boyfriend's gonna be so unhappy. How many shots have we got on this? It could take me a minute.
Could go on. He's not a trained actor.
So now for a bit of downtime. Take 1.
We good to go? Whenever you're ready. Hey Sam, you look like you've been through the wars, man.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be full mummy by the end of tomorrow. Yeah.
One more?
Do it again.
Can't do this.
Come on. In the zone.
Oh, you're taking this
Acting.
documentary in a whole different direction now.
Yeah, it's,
Which one?
I feel like we should. You ever had a nice massage, boy?
We're trying to do a serious documentary about how.
Very serious.
So there's no difference between gay rugby. I'm just going to stretch. Sorry. Bend and snap.
Take 2.
Hey Sam, you look like I've been through the wars.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be full mummy.
We think it's so hard.
Sam's
facial scars always chat shit.
I didn't get rid of it. I don't even know what you are. You twink or don't ever offend me again.
What are you, Morgan?
What do you mean? Twink hunter. Oh, cool. Guys, you know your boy's filming here, huh? I'm just yeah, that's why we're here. I'm self-defined. No, I'm here like covered up, happy. Are you happy now? Okay, all right. Wait, was I supposed to do this? He's got taking that.
And take 3.
Hey Sam, how you feeling? You look like you've been through the wars a bit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be a full mummy by the end of tomorrow. What's up?
You good?
It's so terrible. So terrible. Sounds so staged.
Yeah. So, inside, a little less acting, a little more relaxing.
Sorry. Just trying to zone out for a little while.
Feeling alright? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling fine. Just trying to chill. I know it's gonna be a big boy game, so my body will definitely hurt afterwards. So.
Yeah, it will go. Yeah, it will.
Feeling a bit nervous. I think our back's up against the wall, really. We've had quite a few injuries and a few people are hanging on by a hamstring. I think their confidence is a thin veil under a lot of worry and lack of self-belief.
The San Diego Armada next. If we beat them, we make it to the semi-final.
If I was born to be a winner, then I'ma grow up to be a go-getter. Blood, sweat, and tears written in the blacks and kings. 1 in a million, the billions that have to sing. If I was born to be a winner, then I'ma grow up to be a go-getter. Blood, sweat, and tears written in the blacks and kings. 1 in a million, the billions that have to sing.
Try after try, the Steelers continue their winning streak. So now, after this match, they're top 4 in the world through to the semi-finals.
On my javelin throw, come on. Stay on my head to be dope. Wrap my hands up tighter than the rap that he wrote. That it float like a butterfly right to your throat.
The reason why we got to this position right now, because you chose to take the game to them. You chose to play our game.
And as fate would have it, our opponent for the semi-final is our biggest rival, the team that beat us in the first game, the Sydney Convicts.
Personal apology for me being quite negative for the second half. I'll sort it out for the next game.
Very proud of you all, so you can keep going.
Now I'm asking you for more, okay? I'm asking you for more, okay? Play your game, okay? Play our game. Brilliant.
Great shift forward, great shift forward. Get your hands in, get your hands in, get your hands in. 3, 2, 1. Steelers!
Yeah, don't ask Jono.
Sorry, I broke my shoe. It looks like we're going to come up against the Convicts again. They only beat us 12-3, and I'm pretty sure they put a lot more points on other people.
So if we know the game they're going to play is going to be aggressive, so we just need to be able to handle that this time. Just so we're good too. Don't worry about it.
How exciting. Top 4.
Yeah. Very exciting. That was a goal we set ourselves. So yeah, I would say anything now is just cherry on top, but we want more.
It's disgusting. Don't film that. No one wants to see this. Switch it on. Switch it on. Switch it on. I'm gonna come in. Watch out, that one breaks.
It's a bit shit. We'll play against the Convicts again, but I guess we have to play them again anyway. So I can see your religion.
I've only got going to my waist. I didn't really get knocked anyway.
Oh, fine. I was shouting at the referees and I said I wouldn't do that. Oh, I shouted at them bad. And I actually know that guy's sister. So, and I met him just then for the first time on the pitch. So, yeah, that was supposed to be my personal goal. So it's not too good. I'm going to try and find them and apologise and start like a blank sheet tomorrow.
And mate, you said you were a bit down this morning, but I see that big smile.
Yeah, it's me.
It's not better on camera,
yeah, I was. Rugby helps, though. Yeah, no, I'm good.
You know, one of the hardest moments definitely in my life so far was recovering myself from depression, feeling like myself again. I remember probably just the moment I was thinking, I'm feeling myself again. It was a week. I think I had a week of that, and then I was actually doing counselling at the time, and I'd done my 15th out of 16 sessions, and we'd gone all the way through, and I'd learned so much about myself, you know, and I just had to write a letter or something to like summarise, like, this is what I've learned, and I was feeling like, wrap it up and put it away. Yeah, and it was sad week. You know, my dad became ill. You know, he'd had a tumour in his bowel for best part of 2 years, they think. He was in surgery on Monday for about 7 or 8 hours or something, you know, and we were sat there. And the weirdest thing, right? My sister's heavily pregnant, and she came over to try and see Dad and see if he's out of his operation, and she just whispered in my ear. She said, "My waters have broken," you know. And I was like, "What?" And she said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Where?" And she was like, "No, it's calm, like it's a trickle." She said, "Sorry for the sorry, that's not good for film." But yeah, her water broke while my dad was in the operation. Then my mum got in the lift. I was doing my work in the corridor, and I got a message from my sister's partner saying, "Yeah, Isabel Florence Wise-Jones has just been born," you know. I fucking threw the laptop down, ran to the stairs, ran down the stairs, and by the time I got like the 2 flights of stairs down, you know, my mum was there like in tears, you know, sobbing.
Simon's dad survived the surgery and Simon flew straight here.
Yeah, here we are. It's kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird, yeah. They've seen how much this season has meant to me, so I think it would be nice to take a picture on Sunday afternoon and send them a picture of us with our trophy. That would be cool. I want to win it, right? Like, I mean, we're not allowed to say that because it's every game. But I want to win this rugby tournament, and I want to contribute to that, and I want to be a big part of that.
Feeling, wanting to contribute, wanting to be a big part of something, wanting to belong. remember my first training session with the Steelers. I was overweight and unfit, and we warmed up running around the oval, and I was about a lap behind everyone. I didn't want to give up, though, to embarrass myself in front of everyone. And as I was coming around finishing the last lap, the whole club was standing there, clapping, cheering me on. Something like that had never happened to me before. And I remember my first game, I was so nervous, but it all started coming back to me from when I was 12. I broke through and I scored the most tries of the match. And afterwards at the pub, people were patting me on the back, coming up to me, congratulating me, wanting to get to know me. And I remember thinking, this was one of the best days of my life. Day 3. Up next, the semi-final against the Sydney Convicts.
It's so annoying because they put that wee skinny winger. I just wanted to...
How were the wingers? I didn't really
He's like, he does not look 40, but he's 40.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. And he's just really lanky and skinny. And
I think he's like the first daddy twink I've ever met.
No, I mean, he's like the definition of a twink as well, but he's 40.
Daddy?
Yeah,
Daddy twink.
Crazy.
A twink daddy?
Twonk. Is he? He's not a twonk.
Twatty? He's a twatty.
He's a twatty.
Might want to throw up.
Oh, really?
I couldn't eat. I have to like force down a banana.
Did you sleep okay?
Somewhat.
All my thoughts, all my dreams were all rugby, all specifically this game. But it's good, it's good.
I had a dream that someone, like, one of them booted me in, like, head, and then I just went feral.
All my dreams were related to, like, fighting people as well.
Exactly.
So if you go by points, these two teams are the strongest in the tournament. And it's unfortunate that they're meeting again in the semi-finals. Whoever wins this will surely go on to win the entire competition.
Kind of our time to redeem ourselves and show them that we can actually beat them. It's a beatable game, so.
And what would that mean to you?
Be fucking the world to me. The world to everyone, actually. All of us.
And how are you feeling about yourself?
I don't know at this moment. I don't know, mate. You know, when you're unsure, I'll let you know after the game. We are in with a shot, good shot.
How are the kind of nerves? Because you spoke about how you get very nervous.
Not too bad yet. It's always just 10 minutes beforehand. So I feel calm, feel really relaxed. I'm really excited. I'm genuinely excited. I think for me, the bigger the game, the better.
In some ways, I felt like maybe Steelers would have been one of the only clubs to have given me the opportunity to be director of rugby. So, and I'm really sad that that's the case, and I'm really sad that even now, we went to Ilford Wanderers in the cup final in Essex, and one of the kind of dignitaries from the league went straight up to Alex and spoke to Alex, and I was like, actually, this is our director of rugby. So I feel like I'm still needed to be validated by men. When I've been, I've been the physio, I've been the water girl, the referee often doesn't recognise me, so we'll go straight to Alex because obviously he's in charge. So I feel those daily struggles, and I don't think the players see it because they've gone past seeing me as a female and they just see me as the coach. So for them, my gender is invisible to them. I'm just Nick. But for me, it's always sitting there with me. So I always feel judged. I always feel that I have to do a better job than other people to be able to say I'm okay as a coach.
Morning.
Morning, campaigners.
Good morning. So, starting 15 for our semi-final against Sydney Convicts is Drew McDowell at loose head.
Yes! I don't think that results validate who I am. I think the relationship I have with majority of the players in the whole club validates who I am as a coach. I feel like I'm appreciated as a coach throughout the club, not just in the team, in the first team. But I want that to happen in the outside world. So I think if we won the Bingham Cup, I could go home and I could say that I have coached the best gay team in the world. And I think, yeah, I'd feel pretty proud of that.
It's beautiful.
Aggression, brutality, communication. Okay? Give me ABC. That is all I want from you for 40 minutes. ABC, aggression, brutality of the contact, communication with each other, okay? You can focus on that as you walk down. There's those three things, okay? Nothing changes here. This is what it feels like! This is what it feels like! Here we go, Steelers! 10 out of 10! This is us! This is our game! This is our tournament! Come on, boys! Come on!
We have made promises to ourselves, we have made promises to each other. And today, we fucking deliver on those promises.
Here we are, face to face with our toughest competition, the biggest thing standing between us and the Bingham Cup. It's another brutal game. But we push them back and then the ball goes loose over our try line. The Convicts pick it up but we rip it from them and score the first try. The Convicts fight back, but we stumble, and you can see just how much this means to each and every one of us. Halftime comes, and we manage to hold the lead.
Keep that in your head. Do not think this is done.
We are getting tired now.
Blast them away. There is more to come. More to come from you guys in the next 20 minutes.
3, 2, 1, yes! Why is it I go home of
The Convicts score. And they score again. Our boys play their hearts out, but it's not enough. Full time, and the King's Cross Steelers are knocked out of the Bingham Cup.
proud of what you've done for the club?
No. I think I would have liked to have given them the Bingham Cup as the final hurrah. They deserve that. The boys deserve that, the amount of work they've put in. And, I feel really connected to the boys, to the team, to the squad, as individuals, and I felt that they deserved that place in that final, and in terms of their ability, they were in that game. That game was for winning.
The game is done. There is nothing that we can do to fix anything, so now is not the time for recrimination. What the moment is now is for the fucking pride we should take in the performance that we put in. Not just today, but on the first day and on the second day, and for the whole of the fucking season. The work rate, the effort that you boys put in for me today was fucking outstanding. You hold your heads high. You can have your fucking cry when you have your cry. But for the next fucking day, I want your heads held high, be proud of the good things that you've done on this tour. You remember those fucking good things. We said we'd slap each other on the back for the good things that we've done. Make sure you go to somebody, anybody, and say one fucking good thing, guys.
I definitely did myself proud, and also I'll learn from some of the things that I can do better. So it's great, and I'm going home, and my dad's going to be out of hospital in a couple of days, and my sister's got a baby, and we got to the semi-final of the Bingham Cup. Finished with that, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
You did the club proud, mate. You had an undefeated season and you're top 4 in Bingham. I think you did the club bloody proud.
Yeah. I hope this year goes down in a bit of Steers history.
I think it's really selfish because for me it's my ending, and I wanted that, fairy tale princess ending.
It's a bit selfish too because I wanted that same fairy tale ending for this documentary. I wanted it to be our boys on that podium. But actually, if you think about it, that's not how life goes. More often than not, it doesn't turn out how you want, but that's where the opportunity lies. Three weeks ago, I got a concussion that ruled me out from playing in this competition, and I was devastated. But then I never would have picked up this camera, filmed from the sidelines, and this story would have never been told. If I didn't get bullied as a kid, well, maybe I wouldn't have a fighting spirit. If I didn't pick up that rugby ball when I was 12 years old, even though I hated sport, well, then I never would have joined the Steelers. I wouldn't have met my incredible husband, John, and got married, something I never thought would happen to me. And if that very first gay rugby team 25 years ago simply gave up when the majority of straight teams refused to play them, then who knows how many thousands of gay lives would be less rich because of it.
I hope that some of them will feel that I have changed them as a coach, that I've moved them on, and some of them maybe that's a nudge. Some of them maybe they feel like that's big steps, but I hope that the majority of my players feel that I've made them a better person.
I don't fit in any one cup or mold. Like, to me, that's just a BS kind of attitude to have, that we as gay men have to fit this kind of category, this mold that, if you're a bear, you have to be big and brawny and blah, blah, blah. If you're a twink, you have to be really flamboyant. And whoever you are, whatever type of person you are, that's you. That's being your authentic self.
I'll never forget this rugby season. And just when I was about to walk away from rugby, but something told me that rugby can still help you, then the club and this season saved my life, probably saved my life, you know. And that's not, I don't say that, you know, without careful thought.
So for me, this isn't a coming out story or a story about winning a tournament or even about being gay. It's a story about searching for where you belong and never giving up, because you just might find happiness where you least expect.
A new day is dawning, a new swag, a new bag is calling. Stock soaring, my whips are foreign. Life is good. Good morning, a new day is dawning. Wake up, get up. Good morning. Stock soaring, my whips are foreign. Life is good. Good morning. I had a good night, but damn, it feels good to see the daylight. Fresh air in my lungs, all good things come when you're full of gratitude for your life. I'm trying to use up all my potential. Trying to stay strong in the mental. Gotta stay sharp like a pencil. In this world, staying on point is essential. Takes faith just to know it'll work out. Stay true to yourself, never sell out. Cause this life will test you, homie, and the real ones can always spot out the phonies. So be your best self, offer someone help, and make your impression felt. Cause the world needs G's like us. Make this your mantra every time you wake up. Good morning, a new day is dawning. A new swag, a new bag is calling. Stock soaring, my whips are foreign. Life is good. Good morning, a new day is dawning. Wake up, get up. Good morning. Stock soaring, my whips are foreign. Life is good. Good morning. It's time to rise and shine, and I'ma go get her. With every new sunrise, I'ma do better. We gon' see hard times, but giving up never. We're gonna be alright, no matter the weather. And don't let it trouble you, just live your life. And know that come what may, we're gonna stand and fight.